So have house price growth finally hit the upper limit and the market is responding? Well, this may actually well be, particularly in the south. If you look at the latest data showing the stock of homes for sale, which is the purple bars in this chart, versus buyer demand, which are the grey bars, we see that stock of homes is vastly outstripping demand. And we all know what happens to prices when supply significantly outstrips the demand. And it's already been happening. If you look at property prices over the last few years, we do see that property prices on average have been falling in real terms, which is when you adjust for inflation. This is especially true if you're looking here in London's case, where if you look at just the demand ending March this year compared to last year, the demand is actually lower this year compared to last year. But if you look at the stock of homes in the supply, is actually higher than last year. So that actually that gap between supply and demand is significantly bigger than last year, in the direction that pushes property prices down. So it's actually a big imbalance that we're seeing right now. And it's already been happening. A fair number of areas in the southeast area are registering price falls. For example, Dartford, Ipswich, North London. But if you look at this chart as a whole, it does tell a tale of two stories. So basically anywhere north of London, so it could be the northwest, it could be the West Midlands, a lot of places in the north are registering basically the opposite of what we're seeing in the southeast. So there's a huge increase in demand from this year to last year. However, the stock of homes for sale cannot keep up with the increased demand. So at least in the north, a lot of people are wanting to buy homes. But we can see that in the southeast, this is just not the case. And a big part of it is that prices are finally starting to catch up. It's basically hitting the limit of what people can physically afford, however much they want to. And we've seen very stagnant prices across the whole of the southeast, particularly London, in the last few years, and even some property price drops and across the board drops in real terms of property prices. And of course, the very recent stamp duty changes will have had an effect, and it would particularly hit the most expensive properties the hardest. So going forward, the projection from a lot of experts is that property prices will continue to fall in real terms over the next few years. And there's a couple of reasons for this, and it should be primarily due to the constantly increasing supply of properties, as well as those stamp duty changes that are coming and filtering through. So what's your view? Is it an opportunity to buy now? Or do you think these property prices will continue to fall because property prices overall are just too expensive, and it's a case of just waiting and seeing until things really level out?